Hello, Ropew here. Today to talk about 6th and 7th chords on the mandolin using 3 strings. This is my first mandolin video, so please be patient. There are 3 videos for guitar on this idea of playing 3-string chords, and my mandolin students requested a video also. So we're going to start with the chop C chord. Now, a C chord should have a C, an E, and a G, and then after that it could repeat. You'll notice that this C chord that we play all the time is actually incomplete. It has a C, and it has an E, and then it has another C. So on the mandolin, we're more accustomed to playing incomplete chords than many guitar players might be. So, if we start with the C chord, in order to make it a C major 7, we need to add a B natural. We have one on the 2nd string, so instead of having 2 C's, we're going to have a C, an E, and a B natural. So we'll have no 5th in this chord. We'll have no G. Well, when we go to make a C7, getting the B flat on the 2nd string is not really practical in terms of fingering. So we're going to put the B flat on the bottom. So that would be a flatted 7. So if we look at this chord, we now have a C, an E, and a B flat. Still no G. So we still have no 5. Now, one of my students said, well, why can't I put the major 7 on the bottom? Well, there's a flat 9 between the B and the C. It doesn't sound quite right. But that flat 7 on the bottom, on the mandolin, it's pitched high enough that that's a great note. So there's our C7. Now, if we wanted a C minor chord, our open C minor would be this. That would use the E flat. So we're going to take our C7 and we're going to lower the E down to E flat. So we'll flat the 3. We'll get a C minor 7. So from this original C chord, we got the C major 7, and we got the C7, and we got the C minor 7. So now we're going to take a G chord that I don't use a lot, but it's very good for our purposes of adding 6s and 7s. So here it is. We have a G on string 3, a D on string 2, and we have the B on string 4. So now if we wanted a major 7, we could lower the G down to F sharp. So we'd have this. Now all by itself that kind of sounds like a B minor, which is a little bit confusing. But if someone else plays a lower G and then you play that, you'll hear it as a G major 7. Now we can continue lowering this note. We've got an F sharp there. If we play an F natural, we'll have that'll be the flatted 7 on a G chord. We'll still have the B, we'll still have the D. And now if we wanted to make it a G minor 7, we could lower the B down to B flat. Now once again, this chord, we play this all the time as a B flat, but if someone else is playing a lower G, then we'll hear it as a G minor 7. So I don't use that one as much because it's just not as strong a sound, but sometimes you need it. Now, we're going to start off with the same shape that we started off with the G, but we're going to get F6s here. So we've got an F on string 3, we have an A on string 4, we have a C on string 2. So there's our plain F triad, F, A, C. Now if we raise the C to D, that will be an F6. Once again, this is also a fingering that we use for D minor, so we're relying on the bass player here. Now, if we wanted an F minor 6, which we do in the song we're going to play, we can lower the A down to A flat, and we have an F minor 6. So there's 3 4-note C chords: C major 7, C7, and C minor 7. And then we have 3 G chords. We have the G major 7, the G7, and the G minor 7. And we have 2 F chords for 4 notes. We've got the F6 and we've got the F minor 6. So we'll take a look at the tune All of Me. All of Me starts on a C major 7 and then goes to an E7. So we're going to take the C7 shape and we're going to move it up 2 frets 6 and 7. So we'll have a E on we'll have a D on string 4, a G sharp, and an E. So there's our E7. Then we'll go to A7. Now this is kind of a neat trick. We're going to use the shape that we use for the G7, but 2 frets higher. We're going to keep the same top note, the E, and we're going to move these 2 fingers, fingers 1 and 2, down 1 fret. So very convenient. There's our A7. There is no A in this chord, so it's a little bit conceptually more difficult. Then we go to a D minor 7. So we're going to take that C minor 7 shape and move it up 2 frets. Then we'll have the D minor 7. Then we'll go back to the E7, and then we'll have the A minor 7, C, a G, and an E. So that's 3 notes out of an A minor 7. You really need to hear that lower A note to have it sound like an A minor 7. Right now, it kind of sounds like a C chord. Then it goes to a D7. Same shape as the C7, then a D minor 7, and then the G7. So we're repeating those chords. Now we're back to the C major 7. This is the A section again, E7, A7, D minor 7. Now we're to the last 8 measures. We're going to have an F6. And then an F minor 6, then C major 7 to E minor 7 to A7, D minor 7, G7, C major 7, D minor 7, G7 for a turnaround. So kind of rush through that, but what we're doing is we're taking those chord shapes that we learn on the C chord, and we can move them up 2 frets for those same shapes and names, but they'd be D chords. We can move them up another 2 frets and same shapes and 7s and minor 7s, but they'd be E's. Then on the G's, we could move them up 2 frets to get the A chords. So it's a lot of chords in this song, but actually not that many shapes. So thank you for watching this video on 6th and 7th chords on the mandolin on strings 4, 3, 2. Please give me a like. Please give me a comment. Let me know if there's another tune you might like to look at. Also, please check out the guitar videos. I go into the theory a little bit more on the guitar videos. So might fill in some holes. These are initially a little bit difficult to keep track of, so I recommend that whatever chord you're on, for instance on the A7, if you know that it started off as this A, you can see there's the A, then seeing that this is really only one note changed to get to an A7. If you know that this was the C, then you can see that we've changed one note to make it a C major 7. So keeping track of the root on these more sophisticated chords is very important. So have a good week, and hope to see you next week. Thank you.